The bigger thing is I'll just let him keep on killing me. Go ahead. Rack it up. It
A
doesn't
lot
hurt
of
any of your stuff.
Exactly, it doesn't do anything. This is
Time.
more of an annoyance.
Time.
Yeah, it's just annoying.
In a couple
And
weeks, it'll all pass over. We'll be
Shoot,
fine.
I would give it only a week.
You know what?
it might be a
After
little
we
bit more
start
than
wiping out their trade runs and they're fucking crying about it all the time, they won't want to be KOS to us. I assure you.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I don't want to
Could we-
KOS a bunch of greens either. It's a waste of time for us, especially.
Not on trade runs. We get packs for us. Fuck them.
I'm bloodthirsty. I'm killing everybody.
I'm
Kill
money
all the
thirsty.
things.
See, but
I'm doing
aren't
trade
us
runs.
like killing all of them just making this whole situation worse as well? Like,
I haven't
like,
flagged
I
on
know,
anybody,
like
but I've
obviously
killed
we're
them.
not. I know we're not in the wrong at all. But why would we make ourselves look more like we already are in the wrong? Like we're kind of just
Because
we're filling out the picture that Addiction
I
has
just
already
don't kill
painted
guys.
of us.
see, I think the big problem is the fact that since we
Here's all you have to ask yourself: why are people from Addiction leaving and starting a new guild? And then there's your answer.
Wait, why are they leaving? What guild are they starting? Who, Addiction?
Yup.
What's happening? What's it called?
Bunch
Let's get back.
Addiction apparently are leaving and creating their own guild, and
Yep.
this is the first time I've heard it. So
Okay. Oh, I heard that earlier.
But still.
Well, let me go ahead and explain all this.
everyone mute and then start a recording.
Alright, Naga, I want you to go ahead and explain the communications. Go ahead and explain how everything went down, because you were in their team speak. Just explain, like, what they said and what happened.
Well, the entirety of it, we all got organized at the beginning. There was very little talking during most of it, so it was typically just give us a setup where, what are you doing, what's your pebble count at, and we would just all give out pebble counts. There was a small talk about at the beginning of, oh, we're going here, we're taking this mine, how's this mine looking, etc., and we just got organized. That's not important. It started getting interesting when we were getting our pebble count down. We were way behind most other guilds. Infinite was behind us as well, but Addiction had a lot of people working under them, like Mirage, Unreal Aussies, and so on were getting, so that they were just feeding Addiction pebbles and making sure that Addiction got their pebbles and so on. Away was getting their pebbles, but they were way ahead of everybody for some weird reason. And so what was happening was we were always behind, and Addiction was saying, okay, we're gonna start feeding people because we have almost everything we have. Around that time, we decided that we, as a guild, Red Dragon Dynasty, were gonna start buying our pebbles, and so we did that. And we started getting our ingots and whatnot. And Addiction asked for a pebble count, like they did for the past while, and I told them what Pal told me to say, which was 50 ingots and about 70 pebbles or so on. They were worried how we got pebbles, and I assured them that we were buying them because we have the money to do so. It's not an issue. If you have extras, feed them to Infinite. Take care of that. Because the agreement as a whole through the Alliance was everybody gets their stuff, we go back, craft it as a group, and come back and place it as a group. And from there, we decided that we were going to take the extras of our raids and send them to New Amari to defend our spawns. This is RDD, not the Alliance. Addiction saw less RDD in the mines and asked what was happening. I told him what was happening, and that was fine. I told him we were keeping our miners there to finish the job, and we would still be helping with the whole process. From there, Infinite stopped responding. I don't know why. He asked a couple times. I don't think that they stopped responding. I think that he just wasn't listening, or maybe Lynn pressed the wrong button. I don't know. He asked a couple times, and after a while, Infinite left as well. From there, Heatmar got taken, and Bomb Jones, the leader of Addiction, already knew that we were at New Amari with our forces trying to stop it, and he got a little. He was visually and vocally frustrated because his plan was, and Addiction's plan was to always take New Amari as a backup. From there, when more Infinite left and our miners kind of just tapered off because we got everything we needed and we were kind of handling, making sure everything got dealt with, and we were keeping up with the pebble counts, but we weren't really contributing to the mining and everything had gotten done. Addiction basically said, okay, well, we're done here. The TeamSpeak's in compromise, and they ditched. And they've been talking earlier about how our commands that were going on in the command chat were being relayed to other guilds, how smaller guilds able to somehow match all the calls that we were making. Red guilds were making their MMO Legion just showed up wherever we were talking, etc. And so he was talking earlier about that, and then ultimately he just said, okay, we're compromised, and he left the TeamSpeak, pulled all the Addiction members to their own TeamSpeak, and anybody who was within them, he invited them, and he was going to pull them into appropriate channels on the Addiction TeamSpeak. From there, in New Amari, Addiction started flagging on us. And that was pretty much, once Addiction left, we all pretty much said, okay, well, we're just going to tap out.
Yeah, so the whole moral of everything is due to the fact that there is an egg, a red egg spotted in New Amari, which then Pooping led a raid to go defend. That's how we backstabbed them. So take that as you will. Addiction called off everything. We were going along with everything. We had no leak. There was no leak going on. We weren't feeding information to any other guild. So that's that. And then once Addiction did turn on us, and, and they pulled the alliance, that was that. I mean,
That's
the
not
truth.
story.
Well, what is the full
The
story?
story is because the reason why they were so wary of us in the beginning was because they knew about our dealings with Deja Vu and how we were securing ourselves to be ready that the second Addiction did backstab us, because we were expecting them to backstab us. We were ready with Deja Vu and Freshly Squeezed. We were just going to hand out their information. It never came down to that. We were willing to play nice until the very end if Addiction played nice as well. But when Addiction left the TeamSpeak, we still didn't hand the information over to Deja Vu or Freshly Squeezed. It never came to
We
that.
were doing our whole thing. We were on our.
They were their own stuff. We didn't have time to hand over information. Addiction just decided that they were going to pull the plug. They didn't trust us or Infinite, and then they just ditched.
Yeah, basically. And yeah, not gonna lie about anything. I did the morning of, basically during this whole coalition, and Naga and Pooping and they, Retributive, they were all in there for a few meetings with this whole coalition. And it was all about addiction. It was all, oh, we have to get Addiction Castle first, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then our agreement was that it was Addiction, RDD, and Infinite get a castle. Well, Addiction promised a way that they could get a castle. So then we were fighting for a day about who was going to get the third castle, and Away was, kind of talking trash about us and questioning us, and we were questioning them because all they do is, trade runs and stuff. In all honesty, I think Infinite is the third best guild on the server. So therefore, I think they should have been third, and there was a bunch of fighting. The whole thing was disorganized and a mess. So, and as far as Away on how fast they got their pebbles, they had like 6 guilds that they had promised a castle to, or to like share a castle with, Lord coins and all that. So they were getting fed pebbles by all these smaller guilds. But yeah, not gonna lie, we did have a backup plan because I was worried that Addiction was gonna do what they exactly did, pull the alliance on us for some stupid reason, and backstab us, which they did. So then we were gonna relay their info to Deja Vu, but we never got to that point. Like, Deja Vu wasn't even attacking Addiction. They had a few guys there, but their whole main force was fighting Fist of the Empire. And Deja Vu, just so everybody knows, Deja Vu got fucked by Tractor Team 6. They should have had a castle.
Addiction was going for. Heatmar, that was it?
Yeah, and also, Addiction had promised that they wouldn't go for another castle if Heatmar got taken. Heatmar was the very first, yeah, and immediately they did. So they broke the truce. Like, we played along nicely. We didn't do anything wrong. We went to defend New Amari. That's it. And that's why this whole alliance was called off. And during all this, I wasn't even making decisions. I was doing the pebble count and making sure we had our ingots, sending stuff to our smelters. So this whole thing is just basically a mess. I don't know. I mean, that in that video, like, I'm really not that upset about it. I'm pretty salty with how I got DC'd, but I think Addiction and all these other guilds are a lot more mad than I am.
That fucking video.
No. Addiction had promised that they wouldn't go for another castle, that they would just siege one if Heidmar got taken. And of course, as soon as Heidmar got taken, Addiction was going to go for New Amari, our castle.
They have plans.
So-
We had I specifically had somebody who was relaying addiction information, and I'm not going to say the name, but we were told immediately after Heidmar was taken, they're like, yeah, they're going for New Amari. Just as an FYI, you might want to plan for that. But that was useless information because, like, within the minute they started attacking us in New Amari.
What are we gonna do? I just went and talked to Deja Vu, and they're handling some stuff. But from what I heard, they are looking for to work with us. So this means cracking rotation with them, potentially trade runs, and just basically working with them as a guild. But they want to also, because they did get screwed over by Tractor Team 6. Basically, Tractor Team 6 took their pack. Hypno, the leader of Deja Vu, sent a person in TT6 to smelt ingots, and they ended up taking those ingots and making a pack and, claiming the castle.
You can stop the money if you want, but it's not an issue.
I mean, yeah, this is the truth. This is just straight facts. Like, at this point, I'm not worried about anything. Like, yeah, we're gonna have people lead the guild because we might be working with the red guild, but at the end of the day, this is a guild versus guild game. This isn't faction versus faction. This whole coalition, Addiction was in it for themselves. I will say that we were in it for ourselves, even though we didn't do anything to break this alliance. We wanted a castle, and we weren't gonna let Addiction just, take New Amari. So, regardless of all that, it is a guild versus guild game, and we don't need Addiction basically to do anything. Like, Deja Vu single-handedly is, stopping Addiction from doing the Kraken, and they get it like every time. So the way I see it is allying with them is just going to boost our guild stats. They will get red information, they can therefore get green information if need be, and we will also get in on these Kraken runs. And, we'll have one of the... Deja Vu is the strongest guild on the server, pound for pound. They will beat anybody. So, take that as you will. The whole Eastern Alliance, like, and Naga and all the officers know, like, Addiction in a way really, after doing this whole coalition with them and everything, like, during this whole process of talking with them about Auroria, they really pissed me off. Like, especially Addiction. Like, they were 100% in it for themselves. They had to, like, be the, server first so that, they get that reputation stuff, so...
Point is, we're gonna be monsters for a long time because Addiction is spewing shit, and that's just how it's gonna be. It really doesn't mean anything. We honestly shouldn't give a shit what they say, and there's no point in trying to patch up a reputation that doesn't mean anything. You'd be surprised the amount of people that are on our side with this. I went to Phoenix earlier. A lot of people were giving us high fives for fucking over Addiction, and we didn't even have to do that. So. Not everybody hates us. QC hates us, but that's QC. Addiction hates us, but again, that's Addiction. There's a couple small guilds hate us, but they're not anything to be worried about. We lost a few people, but we're still a huge guild, and it's not even an issue. Like, the best thing that came out of this was we don't need to police everybody about, oh, they're messing up our reputation with this guild or that guild. Like, we have full reign to do whatever we want.
Yeah, and yeah, we're not too sure. We still have guilds willing to work with us in the Eastern faction, but for right now, I'm gonna let everybody have their fun and take out all their rage about Auroria on whoever they want. Like, once we claimed a castle, this was our plan all along. Like, we weren't gonna be in a green friendly guild. Like, Me personally, I get bored. Like, I log in and I just do a bunch of arenas just because it's so boring to try to go out and find reds to PvP. You should be able to kill who you want, but we didn't want to do that because you need good relations for Auroria. The whole alliance, we wouldn't have been able to do anything if we couldn't mine. Like, we got the chance to mine, even though we had to resort to buying ingots and pebbles to get the last half of them. It's whatever. But I don't know. I feel as if the guild should be able to do what they want. If you're in Hazla farming and people are fucking with you and pushing you out of your spot, kill them. Like, there's no reason to be friends with them anymore. It's guild versus guild at this point. Yeah, right now Infinite is still an ally to what I've known, but Lynn, the guild leader who I always talked to, I think quit and made a new guild today. So I'm not sure on the whole Infinite thing. And then Masturbators has been, good friends of mine since Omega, so.
As far as I know, Infinite is breaking up to reform their no life guild,
Okay, well.
just the core group from there. But that's the last I heard from Lynn.
Yeah, I mean, basically we're just going to have a lot of PvP on our hands.
That's a good thing.
We are a PvP guild, and it's only just going to make us stronger. And for all the people that are leaving and stuff, if you're thinking, right now, some of you might be dating, or debating, if you should leave or not, and, what you want to do. Like, I'm not going to hold grudges against anybody. If you want to leave, leave. If you're not having fun, then why not have fun in game? Like, the whole point of gaming is just to sit back, relax, and, have a good time. So, the way I see it is all of my loyal people and, the true loyal people at RDD will be staying, and everybody that, questioned us or, they weren't loyal, dipped out. So, I mean, that's fine. I mean, we need to kind of shrink the guild and get our real dedicated members down and get them geared and get them what they want so that, we can be a strong force. So, yeah, people are blaming us for addiction not getting a castle and away not getting a castle. How can you blame one guild for you not getting a castle? We weren't flagging on anybody. Everybody started flagging on us. So I don't. In all honesty, and if anybody can point out how did we screw over anybody from getting a castle? Like, we were doing our own thing. Like, we literally, if I wouldn't have got DC'd, we would have a castle. So RDD, with just Infinite's help, almost got a castle with everybody against us. So, like, what did we do to fuck over everybody? We went to go defend New Amari. That's how we fucked over everybody. We went to go defend New Amari, which Addiction was then going to take. So they broke the truce. They broke the alliance. They lied. And we just went with it, We did what was best for the guild. We went for a castle like our plan was. So everybody that's all mad at us and shit, it's from Addiction spreading lies and whatnot. I mean,
What's worse is Addiction broke the alliance and we got the shit smacked out of them twice. You saw they flagged on us. We took them out.
yeah, I mean, I didn't even do anything, dude. I was sitting there smelting ingots. That's what I was doing. Like, it wasn't my call to go to New Amari. Pooping had called that, which I agree. We should have. If New Amari gets captured, we weren't getting a castle. So of course we went to go defend it. So, all the bullshit that Addiction in a way and all these people are spreading, it's whatever. I mean, people can spread what they want. I don't care. Like, I don't. Apparently, there's a bunch of shit going on, on the forums about me and shit, and videos are being made on YouTube, and I don't even check the forums. Like, let them think what they want. We're just gonna keep on doing what we're doing and move on. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. The way I see it, we have a lot more PvP on our hands, and this is a PvP guild. The only thing that will be affected is fishing. But now, why fish when you can just go out and steal other people's fish?
Absolutely.
It'll be a lot more fun that way. I mean, I don't even fish anymore, so we will be doing a lot more trade runs and cart trade runs, just so everybody know, or wagon if you have a wagon now. Yeah, well, Andy, a lot of green. Everybody was, everybody was tugging on Addiction's dick, dude. Everybody was, kind of puppied up to them and, followed their lead. And Addiction, they fucked up. They fucked up by going against us, and now they're going to spread, misinformation and whatnot. So, I don't know. I mean, if anybody here can tell me how I actually fucked them over, please tell me. But we followed what we were supposed to do. Like we didn't do anything other than leave the mines to go defend New Amari. So that's how we backstabbed them. Was that we went to go defend New Amari. But then you can say that Addiction was going to backstab us because they were also going for New Amari after Heedmar got captured, which they weren't supposed to do. So whatever. It was the main thing out of everything. It was just miscommunication. I mean, Naga was sitting there the whole time and was basically only relaying ingot information instead of what every guild's, what they're doing and whatnot. So, and as Naga said earlier too, they knew that we went to go defend New Amari and only got mad about it after Heedmar had got captured. Or, no, I guess that was afterwards.
No, they knew we were going, and then once Heatmar got taken, they
Yeah,
got
okay.
eager to sneak out.
Basically.
They got greedy. They wanted their castle. That's all there was to it. And they lost it anyways. And we've been saying that all along too. That, without us, Addiction would not get a castle. And that's exactly what fucking happened.
So I mean, like, say how you want to say it. Think about what you want of me and the guild as you want. I would hope everybody isn't upset about me and the guild because I mean honestly, defending myself here for just a minute, I didn't do anything. We did have a backup plan if Addiction did fuck us over, which they did, which I knew they would. And so we did have a backup plan in place, but if everything went to plan, we weren't going to do anything. We were going to stick with the East, and that's how it was going to be. But yeah, I mean it was a clusterfuck. People are going to be mad at us for a while, but it's not going to be like this forever. And we're definitely going to get stronger from this. I'm not quitting the game. There's people saying that I G quit earlier and that I'm quitting the game. No, I was just really salty about how I got DC'd and couldn't log back on, and then just the hacks in the game, all the land just instantly being claimed. I mean, come on, that's bullshit. This game's not pay to win anymore, it's fucking hack to win. Like, it was bad enough at pay to win, but I still love the game. But now that everybody is just cheating to get ahead and, becoming rich off it, and you can't really ban them. They can do it on alt accounts, and if that gets banned, whatever, all you do is have to have that person in your family to use their farms and stuff, and it's a lot of bullshit, but I'm definitely sticking with the game. I'm not quitting the guild. I do plan to reform and make RDD stronger. And, for everybody that wants to leave, no hate, no worries, I'm not going to hold any grudges against anybody. It is what it is, So, I mean, that's that. And honestly, if you look at everything, we did not backstab anybody. We got backstabbed, and we're getting blamed for backstabbing. It's actually quite ironic, but yeah.
That's a good point, though. Most of the people that do believe this are people that were under Addiction, and they're the only people that are being really vocal about it. Most of the people that are in the game don't really give a shit, or if they do, they're happy that Addiction got screwed over.
And that's kind of the sad part about forums in general, is that you only hear a minority. They just happen to be an extremely vocal minority.
Yeah, I mean, I don't fuck the forums. Like, I don't even go check the forums. I don't know about anything other than people in RDD posting me stuff, like the fucking YouTube videos and shit. And I find that hilarious because I'm salty, sure, but I'm not raging. Like, I'm disappointed, but I'm not raging. I'm not mad. I'm not, going on a massive rampage, kicking people out of the guild and shit. I mean, it is what it is. We didn't get a castle because I got DC'd, or else we would have had one. Like, all those videos of us raging and shit, and us, like, abandoning the East, we got abandoned. And they're just turning everything. I don't know, I find it pretty funny, but, that's that. But yeah, if you have questions, please ask. Go ahead. Oh, you can bet your ass we're going to be trying to take one, for 100%.
Don't even worry.
We won't ever be working. Dude, the plan was to, even if, like, this was the plan. If Addiction, if Addiction got their castle first and then we went and got our castle, our plan was still not to be friends with Addiction afterwards. That was the plan all along, but we needed Addiction just like Addiction needed us for the mining phase. True. Like, that is 100% true. They couldn't have mined without us, we couldn't have mined without them. So, that's that, but the whole plan was to, after we got a castle, to kind of let the guild do what they want, to not have so many restrictions and be this big friendly guild that tries to help everybody, because it's a guild versus guild game, and joining in on all these alliances has fucked us, really, when you think about it. But I kind of already, I already knew that Addiction would backstab us, so I mean, it's whatever. But yeah, we won't ever be friends with them again. Expect that. We will be getting revenge on Addiction, and when Addiction goes for the Kraken, we will be stopping them. Hopefully with Deja Vu. And if us and Deja Vu do have an official alliance, we will be doing a permanent Kraken rotation with them. And if you know anything about Deja Vu, they've been farming that shit nonstop. They get it almost every time. So it's only gonna make our guild stronger. This whole everything. So, but do expect for at least a few weeks for some really tough and good PvP. So don't go out doing solo trade packs around members. Be safe. You have to be smart with everything you do. But we will be forming up as large raids and going around and killing people, 100%. If we catch Addiction or Away or these small guilds that are fucking with us and spreading rumors and lies, we will be hunting them, 100%. I mean, honestly, the only thing that's all this is really going to affect is our fishing. Trade runs won't be a problem, and if you're doing solo trade packs, it might be a problem, but really only fishing is what's going to affect us.
In regards to fishing, I suggest never making a raid outside of RDD from now on. Just keep everything in-house. It'll make it a lot safer.
It also helps you get on TeamSpeak while you're fishing. That way, if you do get attacked or something by somebody who hates us, immediately just call it out and you'll get help.
Yeah, as far as fishing, you guys are just gonna have to sneak off. Like, you're not gonna be able to just go out in the open right next to, Caranoid and fish. You're gonna have to find a secret spot to fish at. But, we will also be stealing a bunch of fish and whatnot. So, it's whatever. And hopefully Diamond Shores comes out relatively soon. That opens up fishing, tremendously. But now, for the most part, we'll be doing a lot of cart runs for gold. In order to kind of, take back everything. And if we do alliance with Deja Vu, I'm sure they'll, want to go fishing with us. And with that, Freshly Squeezed might come. But Deja Vu and Freshly Squeezed are kind of having some drama issues right now. So I'm not sure how everything's going to play out. But for the next few days, yeah, fishing might be pretty tough. But people will find out the truth eventually. I mean, RDD didn't do anything to backstab anybody, 100%. We were betrayed, and they left us because we went to go defend New Amari. So, I mean, take it as you will. I'm gonna unmute the channel. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask.
So we're still gonna do a lot of CTAs.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Good.
Mainly PvP. Like, the shit has kind of been kind of bad with the guild for like the past week because I wasn't here. When I did get here, all I was dealing with was Auroria stuff, and alliances, and then fucking drama on top of that. So, like the past week and all this preparing for Auroria has really kind of slowed down the guild and got it in kind of a bad spot with drama. Plan on sticking with the guild, sticking with Arcage, reforming the guild with all the loyal people that I can get, recruit more PvP only focused players, and this is a PvP game. Yeah, fishing is good for money, trade runs are good for money, but it's not like people are gonna constantly be hunting us 24/7. They're gonna get sick of it. They're gonna get a lot of crime points. They're gonna be spending a lot of money on drought forgiveness if they're not going to jail or whatnot, and they're gonna get fed up with killing us, and we're gonna be fighting them back. And if Deja Vu does ally with us, we're gonna have a very strong presence. So, take that as you will. but we will be pirating Addiction. We will be pirating Away. We will be going after the fishing raids. We're gonna be fucking annoying to them. Like, everybody should just stop fishing for a week. We'll PvP for a week, and we'll make people feel annoyed at us. You know, just
Are we gonna start tonight?
yes. I was just, you know, giving everybody the info. I've just been running around and kind of working out other alliance deals as well, but we'll be alright. We'll come out of this alright. Like, yeah, you know, a lot of people had quit today. We lost, about 30 people. Some for silly reasons. Yeah. But, you know, it's shit happens, dude. You know, I can't please everybody. I can't make everybody happy. You know, it is what it is.
I wanted to say thanks for accepting me in the guild.
Oh, no worries.
I just want to say thanks for the leadership because, I mean, you guys pulled it off. We all pulled it off. It's just those stupid servers.
Yeah, and saying we are the betrayal of the East, I mean,
That's just
it's not working with Deja Vu, who is the betrayer of the West, apparently, like, we're working with each other. The Deja Vu has, you know, most of the West doesn't like them. Well, now most of the East doesn't like us, so Deja Vu doesn't have a hard time. They do what they want. Pound for pound, they're the best guild on the server, so they got fucked over in their castle. They got betrayed. So, you know, it's whatever. We might not work with Deja Vu. You know, this is just talks right now. Nothing is for sure. Right now, it's just RDD. Infinite, I guess, not sure because of the guild splitting, but I mean, it is what it is.
Hey, Powell. We should probably focus on trying to gear up some of our members now.
Oh, I mean, that's going to be our only focus right now. We're going to be PvPing and, you know, getting people geared, and that's where Kraken comes into rotation. My most loyal people will be getting the Kraken gear, you know, and as soon as one person gets, a piece that they need, we'll move on to the next one. Especially initiators, you know, getting the Kraken shield, getting the spear. So,
Haza.
We need
staff.
to do
Like, what's the
Haza.
special effect for it?
Haza's gonna be tough for next week.
yeah, Haza's going to be tough, but what we'll be doing is we'll be forming up a raid, because I want to farm Haza tokens too. Even though I have a Euphorian bow, I kind of want to get the shield and sword and shit, so I'll be farming Haza. Everybody still, I think, needs to farm Haza, so everybody needs to farm Haza. We'll just form up a raid and fucking farm that shit ourselves. We'll split up into like 4 or 5 different groups with everybody rolling on 1 or 2 tokens that they need, and, you know, just kill anybody that's around. We can probably link up with Deja Vu or whoever, all of our other allies, and do the same thing, and, you know. Once we start... go ahead, sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm pretty curious because I'm pretty new to this. What's crack gear?
Kraken.
Kraken, it's...
Oh, Kraken gear.
It's a water ocean boss or whatever that, you know, it's a Kraken.
Cracked gear.
Oh, no. Kraken.
Does anybody
Big
know
ass
what the
octopus.
special ability for
Oh,
the
and by the way, we will be doing land trade, or not land trade, free to trade runs late at night to get more people galleons, because we will be starting a Kraken rotation here within the next week.
Oh.
Just let everybody know. So if you don't have a galleon or you're close to getting one, we need a lot of people galleons.
How many guild stars is that again?
250.
Okay.
I'm halfway there.
Me too. I got 225. I'll be there in 2 days.
Got 10. Is that enough?
Oh, did we lose anybody with merchant ships and all that, or?
I say we go to the Lord of the Dead's castle,
Lost
kill
Fuji.
them.
Okay, so everyone hates us basically right now, right?
Not everybody, just quite a few.
Wag. Them boys.
What's the reason they hate us? I kind of missed that.
I still, everyone
It's a
just
bullshit
says,
reason.
no one actually gives the answers. They just kind of say like, addiction.
Basically, a huge misconception, and that's why everyone hates us, because it's a huge misconception that's not even true.
Propaganda war.
Nova. I mean, somebody said in the guild chat like, they fucked over the East and pinned it on us.
Yeah, pretty much.
How did they fuck over the East?
Basically,
when they lost their pack or whatever, they went to New Imari, I guess. I guess that would be the ultimate moment when they really betrayed everything.
I mean,
Okay.
they lost their pack, so that's their
What was
problem.
wrong with it? Wait, so what was wrong with going to New Mary though? I'm really not like caught up on all this, so.
Because they said they wouldn't.
They said that I asked Malum or whatever prediction how we officially backstabbed them, and they said the fact that we waited for you all as per agreement, then you lied about your amount of stone, then ditched and went and made your own pack, while we sat there waiting to make ours so everyone else was ready.
Which is a lie, because they had their pack considerably before we.
Yeah, they had their pack before us. We were the last guild to make a pack, so. And yeah, he said you all agreed to make them at the same time. No one leaves the mine until everyone's ready, and we all go together to plant. Yeah, that's how he backstabbed him. So I mean, take that as you will.
But didn't they leave the mine first?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like half of their raid had left the mines to go somewhere. I'm assuming that's Heedmar because that's when Heedmar got captured, and then we went to go defend New Amari because a red egg was spotted at New Amari, so Pooping took the group over there, and this whole time I'm still buying fucking ingots. So like, we never had more ingots in them or whatever. We didn't ditch them. Let them think what they want. It's really whatever.
So I just got asked this: are our guys actually just randomly attacking all fishing raids, regardless of guild? Is that what's happening? Because
I was with like 7 people and we attacked an addiction and Aikido.
Yeah.
let's make sure who we're attacking. Let's not just blindly attack everyone. Because I mean, I still do like fishing. I mean, I'm all for PvP, but let's not piss off every guild that fishes.
Attack people in RDD, they suck.
Right now, we've let it known that people can kill who they want until we find out who our allies will be.
Right, but
Well, if we attack everyone, then we're not going to have any
Yeah,
allies.
do you really make allies by killing?
You can say that, but how did Addiction make half the server their ally with doing everything that they did?
They got pacified because we kicked their ass. That's how.
Yeah, well, people get scared of guilds. Like, once we actually start farming up to go PvP and we start fucking with everybody, they're gonna back off, dude. Like, they won't be able to fish either. Like, we can't fish right now because people will kill us, right? Like, Away, Addiction, a lot of the guilds that fish. Not Harana Fishing Company, but, basically I just need a few days to work out the guilds that we won't be killing, the guilds that we will be killing.
Well,
right now, you can do what you want.
I have an idea.
No, Mirage was here and heard everything, and they think it's fucked up with what Addiction did. So,
They're just worried about me because I'm an RDD and we've been attacking random fishing boats. That's.
I don't
What
know
random
who,
fishing boat
yeah,
have we been attacking?
It's not a random fishing boat. They're probably talking about the raid. When there's a fishing group, there's like several different guilds there, and if we show up and start killing Addiction when they're at the fishing group, Away, and maybe some other guild's gonna jump in, so we're gonna have to kill them. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna tell my guys, oh, if this guy starts attacking you, don't kill him.
No, absolutely.
So, yeah, it's whatever right now.
I have a solution. Let's just reform the guild with a completely different name.
Doesn't
How is that gonna work?
Why hide? Why run and hide?
No.
Yeah, I'm staying in RDD, and I don't know, but Betrayers of the East is I can't that would be cool to roll with, but right now I'm staying with RDD. RDD is gonna be here. We're gonna we're gonna make it through with it.
Pal, I don't see the egg anymore.
Yeah, well, it's probably taken. Someone probably took it. I didn't know what to do with it. I was just like, shit, dude, there's no way I'm taking this pack all the way to, Solace, so I just dropped it.
Did you get your money back?
Hell no, I just dropped that shit, dude. I was too salty to even look at it. I just dropped that shit and walked away.
Burn.
So are the packs useless once?
No, X-Lock and Sun Gold will be eventually able to be claimed, but by then we'll have plenty of pebbles and shit. Like, we don't need an egg because we're gonna siege a castle, so.
Yeah.
What up?
Do you know who was getting the Serpentis group together?
Let's duel.
Do I know what?
Who was getting the Serpentis group together?
No, not really. I'll probably be forming up a Serpentis group in a bit, but I want to go PvP right now. I got a lot of people to kill.
Let's go. Let's do PvP.
Hell yeah, let's do it. Crack it up.
Oh.
Okay, give me just a second to use the restroom and get a drink, and I'll form up a raid.
Is that Abby asking
I have
about,
some Indians.
Serpentis?
Yeah.
Check in with Hannibal.
I'll be ready in 15 minutes.
Alright.
But seriously, if we
You
own
online?
Oslo for 6 weeks, it'll make farming a castle or sieging a capital so much easier.
Yeah, we need those weapons.
If we formed like a CTA twice a day just to go clear Oslo, it would do world of wonders for us.
We should
That's
have a
tough,
CTA to do the rifts it has, though.
Yeah, I mean, we'll
prediction.
probably focus on doing the rifts more than anything, because those are
can't
the
res you,
most
dude.
profitable.
Undasta.
Well, I mean, there's a huge chunk of the guild that can't afford, anything above magnificent weapons.
Right.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot of
getting
us who don't have a lot of money.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so getting those T3 Hazel weapons is the difference between having
Yeah.
Delphinat and having nothing.
Out of curiosity, because I did a lot of early crafting, and I leveled really early, and I'm still far behind on quests. How do you farm for the Hassler weapons? Is it just, farm the mobs around Hassler and
Yeah,
you'll
yeah,
randomly get the
yeah.
weapons? Oh,
No,
okay.
you get a token that
Not
you
the
make
not the mobs everywhere. You have to go to the abandoned drill camp, and it's all the Rufalzia and it's all the plant mobs that are in that particular area.
Oh, okay.
Hey, really quick, do we want to do this as a
Them
CTA to PvP?
it. We'll see what Powell wants to do.
The
Well, I
guild
mean,
tax
okay.
it's
still in
CTA. If you
place.
want to go, you want to go.
Because the reason why I ask is we were actually going to try to get into Serpentis, and we've been talking to a few guild members and such about it. Is that something that we can do, or you guys want everybody to go?
If you guys got a group that you'd like to go do Serpentis with, just give it a shot. Go for it.
Dude,
Yeah,
have the
well,
ingots to get in?
Yeah, we'll take care of that.
No, but I was asking, does everybody need an ingot, or do we know?
I don't know. I don't know how it works yet. So I think you have to open the door. You have to use I don't know. You have to create some sort of key for it, and I think you just need one for a group.
You just need the portal stone.
Is that what it is? Okay.
John,
Alright,
did you wanna
but
spawn
here,
here?
I need a few minutes to go AFK before I do that, but I would like to get that set up here momentarily. So
Where are we meeting up for the port over there, Hannibal?
well, let's just get the group together first before we meet up anywhere specifically. So
Alright.
Face, if you can get that going, I need to go AFK for just a minute. Donna needs me.
Fuse bomb, put him on guild.
Unless